Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Boter Plays Something. We are playing Coffee Talk 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Tonight in the cafe, we deal with themes that could put us in real peril and find out the lengths that someone will go to protect their community. I'm Boter. Let's play something.
Dark chocolate. It's probably, I think that's chocolate. Monday, September 25th, 2023. The Evening Whispers. First wave of visa applications to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signatures. The rise and fall of Weirdstein box offices, a brief history. Interesting. Sold out replica astronaut suits experience an extreme increase in sales. Neil, did you have anything to do with that? I am quite sure I did not. Power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much. Let's check the socials. Let's see, wonder how everyone's doing. I'm doing good, Aqua. That's a wonderful photo, Rachel. Trucker fell asleep and crashed near the 4th Ave. No casualties, but quite the property damage. I'd reckon you want to avoid the area for the moment. Thanks, Georgie. Oh, didn't mean to... This is a very slow start. That's how I imagine Threads to look like. I think Threads is a very black and white color scheme. Like this is Twitter, you know? I don't know, like, when Twitter fell apart, I jumped to Mastodon, and I have no interest in going to many different Twitter likes. So until one emerges as this is where to go, then I'm just gonna stick with the one. Which I figure will hurry it along. If I do a bunch of different ones, then the world will be indecisive. If I pick one, then the world will say, "Whoop, you were wrong." Here we go, right in the nick of time. Oh, welcome you two. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. Hi, Boter. Oh, sorry. Hi, Boter. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. Okay, I was wondering if there was any, left over for other emotions, but nope, that's it. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Even if in reality it should be good night. We find that very strange, that good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet, Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise. Additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginal. Amanda? Yes, what is it? Oh, he still does the finger thing! I think Boter tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Boter. No, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. Truth is, I'm not sure why greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. You get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of words. I wish more like Rigor Mortis were here to tell us everything she knew about phatic responses. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have a much more painful effect. Indeed. We see and we agree. And we apologize for interrupting you, Boter. Don't worry about it. Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary, even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us, our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the hive will be triumphal. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory, but still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So, are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalence of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That certainly sounds impressive. Oh, DGAPCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and an adventurer. MySpace was the hottest place to be once, but we moved. I got left behind on social media a long time ago, to be fair. People who need me know how to contact me. I'm not as uncontactable as Bill Murray living in the woods without a landline, but yeah, I mean, I've hopped social media a bunch, you know. There's a strong 6 or 7 years live journal presence for me. And then Facebook, which I've just continued to be on. I got onto Twitter the early 20-aughts just because it's like, hey, this is kind of the default where personalities are, people are. Actually, the artist of the Mirror's Edge comic, which I might have sitting right here. If I do, it's kind of buried. Met him at Albany Comic-Con, got the comic from him, talked to him, followed him on there. And he mentioned that the author of it, Rhianna Pratchett, was also on Twitter. So all that is like, hey, yeah, you know, it was just kind of the default place that celebrities would be. So I did that as well. I had an Instagram, but mostly used it just for like perler beads and behind the scenes stuff. And now, like, I'm enjoying TikTok as a separate thing. I don't really use it as a social network, although I guess I kind of scroll it with that kind of habit. It's an interesting mix of video platform and social network. And definitely scratches an itch for being creative in short bursts. So my social media network has not been journey has not been necessarily strange, but it has been varied. He is deserving of respect, and his mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Still prospective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always so professional, Boter. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings, then. On individual beings, then? I was expecting another word after then to put the question mark onto, but it just didn't materialize. Yes, that sounds right. We love gossip. What is wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. A barista? How am I... Oh, you mean the cafe. Yeah, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am, after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information, Boter, but things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with the drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. Sounds good to me. Then, I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was. A coffee drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. So, Silver, in the first game, used to go by Neil, and was also a spacesuit-wearing alien. He, in like a post-credits scene, started going by a different name, whatever, but I think that the Trek-inspired wardrobe is still a nod to the space heritage. Bitter and tart coffee drink. Is that gonna be coffee ginger? No. Lemon. Mint. I guess we'll do this up. A ginger coffee. Nah, let's see if we can get something more unique out of it. I do think we need to have some lemon in there, so let's try that. Ginger lemon coffee. We'll serve it, see how he likes it. I'm sure that's not it. Here's your drink, Silver. Coffee-based, as you asked. It smells good. But not quite the drink I had in mind. Isn't it? It's alright. Don't worry about it. Silver, we're not doing a coffee. Ginger, lemon. No. Sorry, using the Steam overlay to keep track of some, some drink notes. It's alright, don't worry about it. I'll drink it anyway. Sibling, we meant to ask. How did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that Earthlings come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm? Oh, no, it wasn't random at all. Even if at first it wasn't a conscious process. I chose the way I looked because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules, but there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar, like Hyde's eyes that always see behind the surface. I'd be a terrible barista if I were to remember anyone's regular drinks, right? Like, oh, you know what I should have checked? Okay, doesn't look like it, but like I should have checked to see if I had any coffee drinks that would have fit the bill. Actually, I kind of want to, let me restart the day and let me see here. Coffee, talk, 1 drinks, and just make him that. Let me restart the day. Because this doesn't affect the story really, but, you know. Okay, he did coffee, lemon was his thing. Coffee, lemon. I think was I right the first time? I don't even remember. Lemon tea is yum. We've got that too. This definitely looks like what I had in mind. And it tastes interesting. It's very minimal, yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one, considering last time he drank it through his finger. You know, I second what Ms. Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense because we see ourselves in hindsight, when the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along. Okay, so let's see. All the stories are still the same. And did we get more on Silver? Sort of. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be a rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Well, I've had to learn and adapt here. It has been a couple years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I like when you get a drink right and that it does actually change the dialogue and it's more fulfilling. Whereas the other one was just, wasn't what I was thinking, and went on to a different tack. I don't think I've changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask. How you choose this? Infinity combinations. Things I could relate to. Like Hyde's eyes that always see beyond the surface. Or Gala's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed these traits from them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them. Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. It came with responsibilities. People stop me all the time to ask me for medical advice. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes, but then I found this fictional universe. Hey, here we go, Hedge! Where all the stories take place in the stars. So I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. And at some point, it all came together. One morning, I saw myself in the mirror and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. Plus, in original series at least, medical is blue, right? So he's still got that nod to Hyde's fashion. So although I look different now from when we first met, and although I have learned the ways of this world a bit, and have grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different but same. Yes. Different but same. It makes sense to us. It really does. Oh, I love your phone background. Oh, is this Laurel? No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Midge. We think the odds are now 84.308% that she is phantoming you. Do you mean ghosting? We mean phantoming. As in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon, and if I want to meet up... Ooh, Silver. Sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Uh-oh. Our apologies, but the machine's having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Curious that Earth drink-making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. It sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Why is there a dot here? Is that for... No, whatever. No, what is that notification? A Tomodachi Oh, screw you, Lucas. I don't really mean that, but like, come on. Right, so, I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating. And it's been working really well. On average. There have also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. horned? Is that Amanda saying something incorrectly, or is that a translation or error or difference because the game was not developed stateside? Horned? Yes, that is when prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns. Well, now we know. People do that? Oh, yes. I think it would be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask me first, I'd probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know? But it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do, before they even write a single word. Yeah, like talking to... especially Amanda, because she doesn't know how the world works, is very much a... am I having a stroke? Is everything okay? I can imagine. And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face in block communications. Funny for you 99.908% of the time? Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Her facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling. It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return, but she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile— please desist, we can sense your hormones boiling. And she's the person you might be getting a date with? I really hope so. Amanda, hey! Do you have a day and time for your date? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. I wouldn't believe everyone on dating sites' bio. I mean, especially... I don't know, something with the urban fantasy setting and online dating I feel is just a lot going on. Like, these two are tag teaming the dating profile. Like, that in and of itself is kind of weird. So, I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not? No, we have been enjoying it. But we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected. But Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There is so much they must let go of first. We could not live like that. You said that online networks were like a hive. Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as a desire to deeply understand others. I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he has become such an amazing explorer. And that is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. Like the Borg. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us. But once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems that we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete. And Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Oh, that's not a good look. Amanda, we have to go. What? Again? That call was bad news. The agent... Too late. Just hide behind the counter. Quick. Oh boy. Good evening, Mr. Agent. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't whatever this is wait for another night? I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around? An ID card? Not that I can recall, no. I didn't even get the chance to. I wonder what I'll be able to do with that. Well, you haven't been the most trustworthy element, so I think I'm going to look around for it if it's all the same to you. Maybe it's fallen behind the counter. Let me check our lost and found drawer first. Oh, would this happen to be it? Seems like an important ID card. Shame if someone were to lose it. Well, well, how astonishing. It was here after all. Sounds like my suspicions weren't entirely wrong, were they? It was an honest mistake? Before you make another honest mistake, I'd like you to remember that I'm good at my job. That sounds like a very impressive job to have. What is it you're doing exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? I can't say that I have. I don't come here all that often, but it's always seemed very above board to me. Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? When Silver's talking to the agent, I'm trying to slow him down a bit because... So, when I did Neil in the first game, I was talking like this and very clipped and emphasis on weird bits. And I'm doing the same with Amanda as well. With Silver now, I'm trying to do that a little bit as well, but still actually run some of the words together. But when he's talking to the agent, he's going to consciously try to talk more naturally, and that's going to take a little bit more time. It seems that young people enjoy these as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. That... maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. I'm just glad he didn't come into the scene and say, Mr. Amanda's son? Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. So do random-ass men in black wandering around the place. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? It makes people feel unsettled. I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad, from where I'm standing. At least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Why so? Oh, gotcha, okay. Mr. Amanda. I gotcha, okay. For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they tried to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. Boy, we're going big on that, huh? Like, we've had casual racism in this, but you're just going full-on state-sponsored here. But now, they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know, and where does it stop? What if some Earthlings decide they want to look like aliens? That would be a huge mess. Would it? The newspaper said that replica spacesuits have been selling out. Anyway, the top brass insists that we go after them, and in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them gives me a good space... All that time spent detecting them Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day, you know? Oh, but don't you worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe. I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly? That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder, though, what is it? And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, and I see that no two people are alike, I'll admit that it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away but they feel like an Earthling at heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in this city than the people in this city that are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an Earthling, perhaps no less beautiful? You know what? At the end of the day, I don't know, nor do I care all that much. Just trying to get the job done here. Oh boy, you're a punch clock bad guy. You're just doing your job. Just following orders. Just following orders, agent. See how the Nuremberg defense does for you. Is that the right term for it? But you sure have opinions, don't you? You wouldn't happen to be friends with aliens yourself, would you? Now, surely you do know that harboring illegal aliens is a crime. Ugh. What was that? Yes! Saved by the drink machine. Just a coffee machine. Seems to have restarted now. That's a relief. Right. This is getting more suspicious by the minute. Stand aside. I'm gonna conduct a search. Kitty! What the heck is this? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. It's also irrelevant to the current... Drat. I have an emergency elsewhere. But if either of you think you're off the hook, you are sorely mistaken. You'll be hearing from me soon. Oh, God. Okay, I was not expecting federal government overreach to be a theme in this game. Like, the agent showed up a couple times before, but... in game 1, but, man... That was actually a little tense. Sylvia, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Please don't sit on the cat. Yeah, and relax. Well, we found this experience 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.834% scary, and 38.931% exciting. About frightening. I apologize. This is just nerves. We are truly sorry for the disturbance. It's not your fault at all. But, should you be sticking around here, the agent might be back. No. I lured him away, at least for now. Nice. Darling, I could be behind your neck without you realizing it. What makes you think I actually need permission to enter a building? Why are you threatening people on Tomodachi? No reason. What's with this sunflower? Do you mean on Amanda's spacesuit? I don't know, personal affectation? I don't think that Silver did before. I think his was more straight up spacesuit. You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. What sort of Earthling are you? We see. Do you speak cat? We can feel this Earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone. That is a cat. I feel all out of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is indeed. Then make us a drink and one for Silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting. And what would you like, sibling? I think I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. Okay, what was... So, his, like, end game one was milk, honey, and mint. Let's see how he likes it. Here you go, sweet drinks for the two of you. This isn't bad, although it could probably have been a little sweeter. The sensation of this is not vastly different from what you served us the other night, but it sounds like it will be fine. Ugh. Hold on, I'm gonna restart the day again, just to... So I was like, oh, maybe, like, it's not quite... He wanted more honey, is what he wanted. It's fine. I'm impressed though, Silver. You've become quite savvy at navigating these situations. Even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them. But I need to get used to them anyway. Did I respawn to breakfast acquired yet? This is awesome. I had a bowl of Cheerios before the stream started, so that was me. It does sound like you got suspicious today. I'm kind of glad we at least got that. Oh, sweet and cool. Okay, yeah, so it's not really, like, hot. That's far from the worst of it. What do you mean? Boter, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yeah? Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been the basis of operations for SAVE. SAVE? SAVE, Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Wow. I know, it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said. I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here, and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We have always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live as the hive or as an Earthling. Amanda, I really do love you. What is love? That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.49% depleted. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this. And you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, like, if you know what part I'm playing, I would appreciate being filled in. Have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know, and we're grateful. Good night, Boter. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Good night, Boter. See, now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. All right. I think we got silver for... Oh no, we got something for Amanda. Okay. What a night. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Well, guess it's time for you to let me close shop. Silver. It's an honor to be related to someone like you. Yes! Our fan-in is happening!